We are live.
We are. All right, awesome. All right. Well, welcome everyone. This is the kickoff episode of SMB Synergies. So anything for small and medium-sized businesses. We are a platform. We're all about marketing and web development and other small businesses services we provide. So today we have our stellar marketing manager with us, Mr. Ashti, and Mr. Sina, who's also our design team lead.
Design.
Yeah, so um, we're gonna keep the podcast very chill, relaxed. We want everybody to be kind of themselves and talk about business. If you guys are interested in startups, or you guys are a business owner starting a business, or you already have established business and wants to kind of leverage technology and build a management system, or just basic want make sure you find somebody to do your website. So check us out at Webfume. We're doing a lot of great things, and we're looking to launch a couple of our own sauce products in niche businesses. So a lot of exciting stuff. But yeah, I'm Z, the CEO of the company here at Webfume. I'm gonna get Sina to start. And uh, also, by the way, our topic today, we're going to talk about how AI is revolutionizing business productivity. We're going to go more deep on that. So, hey, Sina, how are you?
Hi Z. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah, as Z said, we will be discussing AI. So a lot of fun today. And if you had any questions, feel free to reach out in the chat. We will definitely make sure to respond.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though it's our
so
first one, we're not expecting much people, but I know it's going to be out there. We're going to be building content as we go. And
yes,
we're excited to see how we can bring a group of same like-minded people, and be a part of our synergy group. We're gonna hopefully have our channels on Facebook and communities. Make sure that we're all kind of connected and learn from each other, engage, ask questions. I'm looking forward to see how it turns out. Yeah, go ahead,
I
Sina.
see. I think Z. Let's start by how we are actually using AI here at Webfume to improve our own productivity before we then discuss how we can uh, utilize AI for other businesses as part of our services, perhaps. Um, Maybe we can start with how we do that in the management, how we use AI over there, or I can start by how we use AI in the design department. Hey,
Uh,
Ashti, welcome back.
Amen.
Sorry, guys. Technical problem.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, if AI is revolutionizing a lot of things. I mean, the last AI that came out was Chat GPT, where everybody was kind of uh, blown away with their algorithm and how they're trying to what they're trying to accomplish. I think just taking that in consideration, it helps so much with productivity, brainstorming, a little bit of research, and polishing emails, as basic as that. Um, and that's what it is with most business operations. It's all about a defined SOPs and workflows, um, and that's one part of how AI can help us get that set up. But another important thing is that how we can use AI in the back end to optimize these standard operating procedures that we send in the back end and the operation side. But other than the operation side, I think it's fascinating to see how it does in design, where now there are AIs that can design and then kind of tell them what you want, and it can kind of create a whole art. Um, I think it's
Mhm.
fascinating. Same thing in the marketing realm. There's a lot of AI, and I think leveraging AI for now is an essential thing for especially small and medium-sized businesses. To cut cost, uh, and I think it's gonna create a awesome buzz and boom. Which it has already.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. What do you
Exactly.
think?
Um, Absolutely, Z. Uh, I think Ashti again has technical difficulties. Yes, and yeah, ChatGPT definitely was a huge breakthrough. I don't quite remember which one was first, which one made big news first. I think it was AI image generation that first made
True,
news
true.
before. Okay, so that was sort of the icebreaker okay, for this whole AI technology trend we are experiencing. Um, right now, for my department, I'm using AI for content generation, for creating image assets, and also it helps us going past creative blocks. I believe that's very great for any creative process. Um, one thing we are not quite seeing yet is AI actually generating pieces of UI. Like there are quite many that uh, promise that, quite
Yeah,
many services that promise that. I how to say, I requested whitelist access to some of them. I hadn't any luck yet.
okay.
So yeah, we will see if that's actually the case. If these companies that are promising that, um, a- how good a job do they do? But I think ultimately, um, that can be done by AI image generation, if nothing else. If these other AI projects I see fail or don't do a great job, if it actually what you just need is enough images of UI designs, feed them to an AI, train it, and there you go. You have an UI generator. It So that's something we could actually build in the future.
I mean,
So I definitely see that in the realm of possibilities. Yes, go ahead. See.
yeah. I mean, to me, I was just what you were talking about. I was kind of thinking about AI, and um, there's so much change that's coming that's crazy when we think about it. How it can also combine with robotics, um, and
Mm.
and yeah, it's fascinating. Let Ashti to kind of pinch in and kind of see what he has to say, and um, yeah, go ahead, Ashti.
Hey guys.
Hi, man.
Uh, so
Interesting.
yeah, like this year has been crazy so far. What we have seen like in this past 6 months, that AI has been doing in every field, I believe. If we talk about marketing, it has changed like the dynamics of it from strategy planning to execution. AI has helped us automate everything and make our job easy most of the part. Like now I believe that the most of our part is now most of our job is like making the strategy plan. And if we talk about the execution and if we talk about that planning, even that plus that strategic planning, AI can help you with that. Like you, if for example there are times when you are like struck, you don't have you are not coming up with new ideas, just go to chat gpt or any other AI tool that is like responsive. Tell him it really depends on the prompt, whatever the prompt is. If you give the prompt and details, it will give you a plan according to it. And if we talk about execution, there are many tools that have help us out automate most of the part and make our job easy. For example, if I have to now from if we talk about this podcast, if I have to make an audio version of it with just one click, and it can create an audio version of it. If for example, if we don't have a content creator as a small business owner, if you guys don't have a content creator, no problem, there are custom digital avatar. You can just simply give them the script and it can create a video for you. There are tools for images. You want to create, you are not able to find an image on internet that you want to basically use on for your content creation, just go to my journey, you can create pictures on that. So, and most important of all, chat gpt, like it gives you everything, whatever you ask him, it will give you everything. With Google also coming up with bard, so there is going to be a like a tough competition I see in coming days. But yeah, so this year has been a crazy.
I mean, what fascinates me about is with AI is it really works very effectively if it's implemented in a niche business, because all about AI is definitely it
Yeah,
uses data to analyze and kind of make things better, right? In the operation side of things also. So when AI is used in that level in a niche business, now um, you will come to ability, which we are working on, one of the automotive management system, the autobotics. So, um, because it's niche, we can provide data to the AI in the back end that we're going to be using. With a click of a button, you can launch a campaign with ad copies automatically, automated, um, and and that's what is the exciting part of it. Is as you go, you can improve upon it, right? And it's all data, and using that in the back end, I think it's going to be also very fascinating to see what AI comes up with, right? Because with us, we may be limited with that computing power and all the data that we get. We may forget as human, but I think the machine they remember and they can use it much more efficiently.
definitely.
So it's exciting. It's exciting. There's a lot of good things coming in. What do you think in the future? How it's going to be, Sina?
Uh, a, a little bit off topic.
Sure.
Exactly what I wanted to point out. So yeah, a little bit off topic, a little bit off business productivity, but
Sure.
I believe the future, everyone will have to host their own AI products. So I believe right now, if you look at it, um, Nvidia stock is on the rise. That's for a good reason, and I think that's just the start, because um, I believe every company will have to host their own AI,
Kind of
which
train
all
their own
requires
AI.
GPU. So a lot. Exactly. I believe an AI has to just run on the in the background and just continuously train. So whatever new data comes in, it should batch that and continue training in the back. So
But how much computing
yeah, I believe
power?
every company.
Yeah. Uh, how much do you think computing power it will need in
How
energy
much computing
to,
power one
you know?
I see.
I mean, that's one thing you got to see. Not
So
every.
recently there were a lot of new methods invented that yeah re- yeah. So your voice I think is breaking off. So recently a lot of new techniques are invented, especially for language models that allow you to train language models with less system requirements. So having a single H100 GPU can go a far way, which is, by the way, not that cheap either. It's about 40K, I believe.
Yeah.
So, but mostly it's the data centers that get those, and people will rent them. People
Yeah.
will rent them. I believe that should get cheaper over time as these data centers get more and more GPUs. I believe it should get cheaper actually, and I think we are also getting closer to the asking about the future where we are heading. I believe also the metaverse will that way get closer and closer. Um, I'm not sure if that will be the meta, or I actually don't believe it will be that successful, but essentially a virtual reality everyone will be taking part in. I think that's getting also closer because of AI, because of the rise of AI, which causes um, more data centers to get GPUs. Because right now we already have the technology to have such a um, believable virtual reality. Just not all the consumers have the required hardware, the right system to use
True.
it if we
Same
build it
time.
with the technologies we have right now. So everyone would have to has graphic cards in order to be able to access it if we create it with our current technology. For example, there is this amazing AI technology called Nerf. Not not many people speak about that. I'm not sure. Have you heard about it,
Nerf?
Z?
No. What is it?
So Nerf is something completely different. It was there for a long time. Now it's really improving.
Okay.
Yes,
Like
Nerf
what?
is generating 3D spaces sort of from just a few images. So you could essentially, um, yes,
Sorry. Can you hear us?
yes,
Yeah, we can hear you. See
yes,
now.
Ashti.
Yeah, we can hear you. No. Carry on.
Yes, I can hear you.
I guess
Okay,
it's.
okay,
Mhm.
cool. Okay, cool. Maybe there's a delay.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
cool. So you asked what's Nerf, Ashti, right? So
Yeah.
basically, you give AI. You so basically, you give AI a few images of a room, a space, an object, and it turns it into a 3D environment, which looks super realistic. And the only thing is, in order to be able to move around in that space, you need graphics card. You need a good GPU. So all that, I think, the metaverse, I think AI, all that is sort of linked with GPUs, with graphic cards.
Awesome. By the way, actually,
So
okay.
um, so yeah, good Z that we have our own. Uh,
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
currently have our own GPU servers. I'm not sure if you are aware of that. So
I think
you
I
should
think they,
we can use that for a lot of training purposes on our upcoming projects. Um,
I know. And by the way, it's I do want to make sure that the audience understand it's our first time. We may have some technical issues. You may see some signatures, names are different. So bear with us. Again, it's going to be a very chill environment. We want to keep it that way. We do love engagement. So if you guys have any questions, again, we're not expecting much on this week. Stay tuned on the next week. We're going to have different topics that are related to small and medium sized businesses. Um, we're going to talk about what are the things we're working on. And again, we want to also discuss about what are the issues and problems you're having, um, and looking forward to seeing how we can all kind of help each other. So, yeah, bear with us. Again, we appreciate everyone and looking forward to meeting you guys also. Hopefully, can be a part of our live podcast. That's what we want to encourage. We're going to have other members also join us, and we're going to be doing this weekly. We are going to try to not limit it, but at least a minimum of 30 minutes. We're going to have um, our weekly live podcast. And then again, if we're talking about something more detailed, we're going to go further deep. And even if it takes more than an hour, it's fine. So, yeah, sorry, guys. Just wanted to make sure our audience don't get bored with us either.
Sure.
We want to be as engaging as possible. Hopefully, we will have more on the uh, next podcasts. So yeah, going back to productivity, we're gonna also there are so many tools nowadays that people also use in a small level business. For example, for marketing, content writing. Uh, excuse me. Ashley, do you wanna tell us how you guys use, for example, chat
See,
GPT specifically, because it's again has been phenomenal, especially mainly on the content side of marketing, content writing, polishing, and all that good stuff. Yeah, tell us a little bit how you use it in your department, and what would your advice be to small business owners and how to use it.
yeah, so let me begin. Like before ChatGPT, like we were also using Jasper AI. So there was a tool for that, for our content writing, especially. So before ChatGPT, we were using that, and trust me, guys, like it depends on your prompt. Like if you are journal with your prompt, it will give you results according to that. But if you provide details, every detail in the prompt, it will give you the content curated to that. So if we talk about chat gpt, and if we talk about our marketing execution and marketing task, and especially if we talk about content writing, I can clearly tell you that it really depends on the prompt. So what we do is that we create a sheet or a document where we save all our prompts for any type of workflow or any type of thing. For example, if I have to create a blog for a specific niche, let's say automotive industry, I have specified prompts for that. That okay. Uh, if we talk about, for example, if we are talking about blog includes for every marketing step. And if we talk specifically about blogs, it starts with research. After that, you do your research and keywords and everything. You do your planning. You create the structure of the blog, and after that, you write the blog. You make sure that it's engaging, because if we talk about the AI can give you that human touch. So you have to give that human touch to the blog. That's all you need to do. Other than that, AI will take care of everything. So for example, if we are talking about keywords, now you have the blog topic name. Even if you don't have the blog
I
topic
see.
name, just put your niche name and ask ChatGPT to suggest you some blog topics regarding to it. It will suggest you all the blog topics regarding to it. Go on Google, search for it, and see that what is which websites are ranking on that specific topic. After that, you simply once you have got the topic, you simply go to chat gpt. You ask it to give you the structure of the blog. You ask him to give you the keyword ideas. Once you have your keyword ideas, you can go to your keyword research tool. You can get all the keyword lists that you can add in the blog. You also have the structure of the blog. Now you have the structure of the blog. If you want to make any changes, that's good. If not, you can just simply ask him to like create the content for it, and give him the details, like
Uh,
how many characteristics, how many characters and how many words you want to add in the blog, what type of blog you want to add, what should be the tone of the blog, what should be the voice of it. And after that, once you have the blog, one thing that you need to do is that you need to make it more engaging with a human touch. So like I hear a lot of question that after chat gpt, content writers will get no job after this. I know that there will be a decline, but in the end, guys, I think that AI will not be replacing jobs,
I
but
see.
whoever will
Um,
basically implement it in their workflow and everything will basically increase its productivity. And I know the burden is going to be like increasing, but it won't be replacing
I
humans.
mean, uh, I agree in some ways, and disagree in some ways. Now, w- when when it comes to losing jobs, I mean, depending what the person does in a company, right? Um,
Mhm.
if they're if also depends on the company, or they adapting, leveraging AI, or they're using it in the back end to, for example, optimize their processes, or they're using it in their department level to um, do all their I don't know, analytic side of things, or they're using it as I was saying in the department level to create content or curate content. So depending on the company, it will replace again a lot of people that are in the analytical side of things, right? Because AI can probably do it much better. Um, a lot of companies that they have a lot of volume of content writers that they had to write. I think a lot of that can be replaced. So you will see a little replace kind of, I would say, displacement of talent, but that's where you will create a lot of other jobs and opportunities that you, for example, for QAs, you'll need a lot of quality assurance and all that stuff. So it's kind of it'll kind of shift everything, and that's very natural, and that's how what technology does anyways in the past. And we look at history, it's just that the businesses needs to adapt, um, and evolve. Otherwise, that's the reality of how it works. If you don't evolve, you kind of die.
mhm.
As a human, we also need to evolve. Like
Yes.
we have to understand that AI is inevitable. You can't like stop it. You have to like
I see.
basically
Bosh,
accept it
I
with.
also had a question. Sorry for interrupting you. Z.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Yeah. Go
I
ahead,
guess
Sam.
again, we had seen and
It's like a delay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sina.
I see. Um, so, Oshti, I had another question. You touched upon it two times earlier. When uh, oh yeah, yeah, I couldn't hear you, so I thought you were not speaking. Uh, yeah. Should I go ahead? Okay. Um,
Good to hear.
So yeah, I was saying I had a question, Ashti. You touched upon it briefly. You said that that AI still needs that human touch. I actually wanted to ask, what do we mean exactly by a human touch? Can it not be creative? Is that what we mean? What does that exactly mean? Can you define that,
Yeah,
like a human touch for me?
I mean, I
Is
mean,
there like, I didn't fiddle much with writing content, uh, but I'm keen to know, like, does AI actually give you very unique ideas, or do you have to provide it with the ideas? Is there a certain prompt that makes it more creative? Yes.
all right. Let me answer that. Which I think me and Ashley has talked about this before too. Um,
Yeah.
I think it definitely needs a human input, right? Depending, at least currently now, we do have prompts to put the right prompts. If you like it, you don't like it, you improve upon it, right? So uh, even though, and that's where the training comes in, right? That's where the human elements comes in. Like human have to train an AI to do certain things certain way, um, and and the only way we can eliminate that is through data and AI being involved in more than just in the operation level, right? um and if it's more niche, means the data is consistent, your target audience is the same people. If you have a service or a product that you're selling, right, that stays consistent in a way. So in that way, a lot of the human need would be probably very less. With only 3 or 4 member an organization, you can scale it very big depending what you're providing. So that's where a lot of AI is going to help, where you will need a human element in it, but depending what kind of structure it is and what kind of AI it is and where it's used, um, I think it will differ. So there is a fear again. It's very natural, I believe, with the AI, but it all comes down to how we're going to use it.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
uh,
Someone in the audience is asking, can you share some light how AI has already impacted small business, with some examples?
um, with some examples of how AI has already impacted small businesses. One of the biggest thing is, again, we were talking about on the marketing side, the content creation, the brainstorming. Again, AI, or just example of Chat GPT having access to information. You can gain, and by ask a lot of questions, or as you call it, prompts, you can get the right information. Because I've built businesses other than Webfume, other small businesses. We have automotive businesses, and when I created, there's a lot of things I had to learn by error and make mistakes and do it. But when I now actually just ask Chat GPT, hey, how should I go about doing this? It will give you all the information based on what's out there, and it's so crazy. So small businesses, I believe, can create a lot of solid brand identity by leveraging AI. Other than that, using AI tools for their productivity. It depends how many tools that you want to kind of subscribe for. That's another thing. There's so many different AI tools out there for content creation stuff. So that's in some ways that I know that it helps with small businesses. Again, it depends what kind of business it is. Again, the niche the business, the better we can go into deeper how it can help or how it has helped. So I hope
I
again
also
I
have
was
a
able to
Exactly.
question.
answer that.
Oh, I also have a question here regarding this. Like, I think that most of the small business owner like thinks about it, and which is like, as a small business owner, like the revenue is not that much that we can afford like a team or basically a key player for every department. So as a small business owner, do you think that as an individual I can manage all of the business now with the AI?
N- Good question. It is possible in a way where um, somebody else has built a platform that can probably do a lot of things. That's what we're trying to do with Webfume, by the way. What I mean by that is we're creating service based products that has a full predefined packages based on our experience and what we've been doing for our companies and other clients. it, it's predefined. Now in the future we can use AI in the back end to be able to perform a lot of these tasks that we're doing currently with a click
Yes.
of a button, right? So that's where it will really help us in that niche business. So how it will work is probably in the future, some companies, depending how much they know about that business, has to create a platform or an AI in a way where one person can go in and kind of turn on a marketing with a switch, and it will already know what business it is, and it'll do campaigns for it, and you can even select what services you want, you don't want, to a point where you can turn on the fulfillment for it. So I see that very clearly, that it's possible. Again, in that way I can see it probably a company solving it and then providing it to people, just like you're using apps. You're using, you're literally signing up for a business and pressing buttons and it'll start running for you. So yeah, it's a lot possible in that sense.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder, we thought of this marketplace in 2020 through 2022, and we started building it, not knowing that AI will be coming very near soon and it will be automating things for us. But see that how things are coming
Coming
up
to
and gathering up for us. Like,
see, well, the thing is, I started. Um, I believed in remote structure even before COVID, even though um, we do have presence in India, and I had to go and set up a office over there to cut costs and all that. But um, with the remote structure, when COVID happened, we had to kind of go remote, and that's where I really enjoyed and understood the infrastructure that's needed, and it can be built by technology, right? And as a small business owner, when I was opening and running my shop um, or dealership, uh, it was very hard for me to find people that knew what they were doing, or I had to do consultation. I had to do different workshops and stuff. Um, so I, by the way, I'm sorry, my computer. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Um,
Yeah, so I believe to go back to the question, and provide some specific examples. So, for example, when you're gathering leads the at some point, every small business when starting, hopefully they'll start getting leads. So, AI can help, for example, uh, securing those leads by responding more quickly. AI can help you with marketing, so you can write much more personalized emails. If you are doing cold outreach, for example, many smaller businesses, the go-to marketing approach is cold outreach, for example. Um, on social media, with some integrations you can uh, improve your engagement with the you don't I'm not talking about creating fake engagement using AI, which is also a thing. I'm speaking about automatically responding to the customers much faster, which encourages real engagement from your audience. That's the thing. There are many marketing strategies that require you to go and personally respond to people. There was a marketing strategy. I forgot the name. Maybe you can help me out there,
I believe
Ashti,
you are
where
talking
you
about
have
like,
to.
I believe you're talking about like chatbot marketing, and I was actually studying a fact
Mhm.
that I think by 2024, 60% of the business will be like automated by chatbot marketing. So, and I think that customer service is the most important aspect of the business, which most of the business ignore. And if we talk, like, for example, guys, if I have to, like, for example, explain it's very simple. Like, rather than focusing on getting new customers, focus on retaining your existing customers. That's the most important element, because they already know what you are selling, what your product is. If you believe in your business, if you believe it's good, whatever the service or whatever the product you are selling, all you need to do is that the most important focus, or your focus should be towards retaining those customers, rather than, also you should be getting more customers, but I believe the focus should be more towards returning those customers. And for that, customer experience and customer service is the most important element. And I know that most of the small business like can't afford customer service, or they can't like always like do that on their own. You can automate that stuff, like for to start the initial conversation and everything, you can integrate chatbot into your chat system, and just follow up with customers for everything, and even for the email. Like, I believe the products and service, like, not only end once you like sell them. I believe it starts after that. Like, you have to keep in touch with your customer, that how is your product doing with them, is it providing value to it or not. So I believe that chatbot marketing is going to, like, 70% of the business is going to automate everything with chatbot.
Yeah, now again, it depends also the company's goal, vision, what they're trying to accomplish. You have companies that are funded by venture capitalists that
Yeah.
are driven in certain way. Um, a lot of things are driven by numbers and stuff, so that matters. And then you have certain companies that are kind of um, want to create an identity for themselves. They're in it for the long run. That they want to build a brand. So to them, that's why the customer service matters. A lot of local businesses also, or small businesses again, they want to create a brand. That's why they're in the business. I'm not talking about just the technology, but a lot of shops that are locally operating. If it's an automotive, dental clinics, and all these different ones, so it's exciting to see how it's going to shape
Wow.
the whole
Yes,
industry. It's a huge shift that's coming.
yes. One way is separate from that. One way that it can help with businesses um, when they want to become international, um, it can do a lot of translations, much more human-like and much more uh, realistic than previous methods um, like Google Translate or even paid translators. It's doing a much better job by understanding the context, even understanding the humor. So yeah, people can use that. Actually, small businesses can use that to um, add translations to their websites and provide them in different service in different demographics.
Yeah.
Um, I believe that this is I for my department. I'm surely thinking about yes, the things we can design to offer as our upcoming services. So yeah,
Yes, I totally agree. And that's another thing, is one is having AI having the ability. Second is how you use that or train that AI in your processes, or if a software we're building and stuff like that. So it's exciting. All right, guys.
But
I Yeah, go ahead, Sina. Did you want to? Sorry, Ashley. Did you want to say
actually,
something?
yeah, I have one question that I think that it's most important. How do you think, guys, that AI can aid us in basically decision making process, and basically help us improve the quality of the decisions?
How I mean, as I said earlier, I mean, what I mentioned, a lot of the decision making is more data driven. It's analytic, right? So, in a way, in the back end, if we're using AI to make this decisions, we got to train that AI, right? That what we expect. It's just that giving him going to the basics, giving him, if it's doing the right thing, you say yes, and if it doesn't, no, and then you keep doing it, right? And that's how you train AI. Um, so it comes down to, that's how we train it. and that's how it can help us, how we, again, as I said, how we use it in the back end, what access does it have to data, um, what kind of neuron pattern it has to use, or all that good stuff. So um, yeah.
So one thing that I would do in that case, if I were to design a product specifically to help with decision making, I would use a layered thinking approach for ChatGPT, where it goes actually and it thinks about it's to think very critical you made, and then it will think in layers. It will think in layers, and in each layer it will criticize its own thoughts and uh, provide feedback what should be different. Because what I noticed with these language models is always they are providing this. If you ask the question the same way, the answer will be the same way. So however, if this goes in layers, then you can expect much more different. It can go in directions it couldn't go in a single layer. So it could provide you many improvements on your decisions that it couldn't do on a single layer. So I would design a system like that. The first layer would be your decision, then the secondary and tertiary layers would be the AI trying to think about that critically and provide solutions um, or improvements to your solution. Uh,
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. Let me see how this is our first podcast. I think we've done good. 40 minutes. That's good enough.
Yeah.
We want to kind of keep it short this time. Hopefully, we're gonna get better as we go, and we're definitely gonna work on it. We also encourage our audience to ask us questions, give us engage with us, and kind of let us know what other topics you guys want us to talk, and we'll select one, and hopefully we'll try to bring and create some more engagement on the next one. um, but we're at it. We've been trying to do this for quite a while. I think we've set some basic infrastructure in place that will allow us to keep this, and hopefully we'll continue moving forward. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Again, comment, like, share. Please do engage with us. We're here to help, and looking forward to doing this every week. Um, yeah.
Thank you
Well,
so much,
eventually
everyone.
we're gonna have a website for the whole channel and all that, so we'll keep everybody updated.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Looking forward to
everyone, for joining. Uh, See you next week. Until then, take care.
All right.
Bye.